Well, what began as a local event 28 years ago to celebrate BC rivers and raise public awareness of the many benefits they provide has since become a global phenomenon. Today, millions of people from dozens of countries around the world celebrated World Rivers Day. Our Jennifer Palma took in celebrations in Burnaby with the man who started it all.
It took 30 years to get Burnaby's Guichon Creek looking this pristine after dredging killed off native vegetation and fish.
It's a creek that had been severely damaged a few decades ago and had been turned into an almost lifeless drainage canal. But there's been a real effort over the past few decades by staff and students in the Fish and Wildlife program to restore this creek.
Today is World Rivers Day and millions are taking part in dozens of countries. Here in British Columbia, where the event began almost 30 years ago, about 75,000 people were helping to clean up and restore our waterways. At Guichon Creek, volunteers removed exotic plants and planted native ones.
What we're doing right now is we're taking out all the Japanese knotweed, this stuff here, to make room for our native vegetation that we're going to be planting a bit later.
Do you know what you're planting?
Various things, firs, cedars, maples, cascara.
It's the lifeblood of, the land, and the Fraser River is quite important for salmon, and so we should definitely educate everyone, and I think that's the main purpose of today, is to get people out and educate them.
Today's event was more than just a day in the park. Each activity encouraged the public to clean and protect waterways so vegetation and animals can thrive.
Over the last 30 years, I've seen a number of community-based streamkeeper groups spring up pretty much adjacent to every waterway in the Lower Mainland, and that's been exciting to see, and I think that's something that could bode well for the future.
BC's waterways are under pressure as our population grows, forcing government to take a hard look at how rivers and streams are being treated.
And the reason we're here today at Guichon Creek is it represents some past practices that weren't very good. In the 1960s, creeks weren't treated with the respect that they deserved, and today we're learning from those mistakes.
And one mistake that was fixed was bringing life back to the creek. Today, 500 cutthroat trout were released into Guichon Creek, where they will make this reclaimed waterway their new home.